Welcome everyone, Kyle here. Welcome back to the channel, and tonight it's ladies night. All right, hey, we've got a bunch of divas to open up. Back in the day, they were called divas, and this is the Murder's Row of Divas of the Ruthless Aggression series. We're gonna open up one by one, talk about them, talk about the series, and so forth. Thought we'd do all the girls all together. Have the women's division. Let's open them all up. Let's talk about every single one. All right, let's start it off, and we'll start with Maurice. Maurice, Series 36, Ruthless Aggression, and my favorite diva, women's division wrestler, whatever you want to call her, of all time would be Maurice. Something magical about her. I don't know what it is, but she is my favorite. This would be her first ever figure, and I believe her only figure in the Jakks line. We've had a very good Mattel Walgreens exclusive in the last few years, but this would be her first figure, and pretty hard to find at this point. It took me a while to track this one down. I did get it in mint on card. I guess I wouldn't call it mint on card because it's beat up packaging, but this is one that's hard to find these days, and probably, like I said, my favorite diva from back in the day. Ruthless Aggression 36. The other people in this series: Kofi Kingston, D.H. Smith, Mickie James, Big Show, Maurice, of course, Charlie Haas, and Umaga. They're also promoting Adrenaline Series 32 that came with Maria and Santino, The Miz and Morrison, Jesse and Festus, and like usual, don't be a punk, get them all. That is the rallying cry of Jakks Ruthless Aggression. Don't be a punk, get them all. She comes with her trusty chair. She just loved to carry a chair around like so many of these wrestlers do. They have their trusty chairs with them. Somewhere to sit in the locker room. Nobody wants to sit on the floor. I think we can all agree there. But let's open this bad, I was going to say bad boy, but bad girl up, I guess. Why not? See you later. Boy, I got so many chairs. I love getting chairs, though. I'd take this over the slop bucket and boring microphones and stuff like that anytime. These are very, very hard to stand up, these female figures. You know, they have high heels most of the time, as you can kind of see here. They just do not stand up very easy. But there we go, I did it. It can be done, but it's not as easy as the guys with the flat feet, of course. In my Jakks display, I'm going to have to put all the girls' females on the back wall of the shelf so they can lean back a little bit, because they just do not seem, the majority of the time, to be able to stand up correctly. This is an alright Maurice figure. You know, we'll talk about it as we keep going through all these figures. They use the same body, just sometimes different shoes and obviously different heads, but everything else is primarily the same for Jakks. You know, it's a bit of a cop-out, a bit cheap, but you got to take the toy industry into consideration, you know, as a lot of people love female wrestling, women's wrestling nowadays. Back then, not so much, and you got to put yourself in the shoes of a little boy, I guess. Little kids, do they want to buy female wrestlers? And for the majority of the time, that's a no, unfortunately. Forever you will. I know when I was a kid, collecting G.I. Joe and stuff, I really didn't gravitate towards any of the female characters. Wrestlers, there was no female characters. Hasbro, LJN, that just wasn't something that was released. But now, you know, it's different times and things like that. But traditionally in the past, I haven't seen any sales numbers or anything to verify anything recently, but I know in the past, female figures warmed the pegs more often, and a lot of boys didn't want to buy a female figure. And I can say, you know, honestly, leave me a comments if you were the same way as a kid as well. I probably would have passed up the females. I would have rather had the Ultimate Warriors and stuff like that. It's just kind of the way it is. At least it was for me. But there is Maurice. Not a whole lot more to talk about. She's got her chair, good accessory. Like I said, very difficult to stand up, but I got it. There it is. Let's move on to the next one. All right, here we go with the next figure. The heavy hitters keep coming. Candace Michelle was a big deal in the mid-2000s in the Ruthless Aggression era. And this, I would say, I haven't opened it yet, but out of her other figures, this one probably is the best. It's got the soft goods robe that we know she wore. Just the extra attention to detail is a must, and they hit it with this one. It'll be interesting to see if there's any staining from the robe. Hopefully the figure's not stained up, but at the same time, if it is, it doesn't worry me too much, because I'm going to display her in her robe. It's not going to be without it. But like I said, Ruthless Aggression, Series 26. Her best figure by far. Series 26 also had Finley, Hardcore Holly, William Regal, John Cena, also Chris Benoit, and I'm just noticing this now. So look at the back of this. You see the WWE stickers, the two of them, covering Chris Benoit's name, covering Chris Benoit's face. So obviously we all know about the Chris Benoit situation. We've covered that before. I think I remember them doing this, but it doesn't ring a bell. But there it is right here for all of us to see. They cover him up like it doesn't exist. So I don't know if those would peel off. No, those are the stickiest stickers ever, not to be peeled off, that's for sure. But you know who it is. They're also promoting ECW Series 1. Tommy Dreamer, CM Punk, Rob Van Dam, Paul Heyman, The Sandman, and Kevin Thorne. You can see right there that Paul Heyman did not come out looking like that. That is for sure. The Sandman is probably the best Jakks Ruthless Aggression figure, if not top 5. Just an amazing head scan. Just looks identical to him. It is a sleeper figure. That's a top 5 figure for sure. But let's open up Candace. Let's see what we got going. A lot of questions that we need answered about this one. That's for sure. Here we go. See you later. There's Candace. Candace looking only like she can look, of course. Nice, bright pink, sparkly. They did an awesome job on this robe. That is for sure. Get her out. See you later. Very cool. A little stickiness to the hair. We've talked before about Jakks. Yeah, there's some stickiness, that residue. It's pretty gross. It's a weird feeling. We've talked about the stickiness that some of the plastic goods and some of the female hair. I only see it in the female hair with Jakks. The best way I have found to get rid of that issue is get some packing tape, wrap the head in packing tape, and then just let it sit for a second and then pull it off. It somehow the stickiness counteract each other and it pulls the stickiness right off. So I'll have to give her a little bit of a once-over, if you will, maybe a little later. Looks like she's got her pink underwear and so forth underneath. So, but very good. I love this jacket. You know, I'm not a connoisseur of female doll action figure clothing, but I would say for me this one looks very, very good. Nice glitter to it, nice shine. Will she stand? Oh, there it goes. So I'm basically a liar. I told you all they don't stand very well, and I'm batting, 2 out of 3, or no, basically 3 for 3. That Maurice stood for a little bit at least. So it's just must be user error on my part. But there it is, the Candace Michelle, a very strong figure. 3 very strong must-have figures so far with Maurice, Mickie James, and Candace Michelle. Let's move on to the next one. All right, next up, Ruthless Aggression, Series 37, Cherry. A bit of a forgotten character, a bit of a forgotten figure. Cherry was Deuce and Domino's manager, as you know. The real Cherry figure that I'm really trying to find, the one most people remember, if you remember Cherry at all, is the Treacherous Trio 3-pack with Deuce and Domino. I believe Deuce and Domino is just a repaint, if not the exact same figures as the Adrenaline. But I really need the Cherry out of that pack, as it is different than this one. It's in white, and she has roller skates for feet. So that is a sleeper pack. I have not been able to find one anywhere. There's one mint on card on eBay for around $100. Not looking to go down that road. I would really like to find a minty loose if possible. But if any of you guys got any leads on that Treacherous Trios Deuce, Domino, and Cherry 3-pack, hit me up. I'm a buyer. I just got to find it in good condition and worthy for the collection, as you will. It just doesn't come up a lot. And it's one of those things I always talk about, yeah, is it rare? No. It just doesn't come up a lot, and people think they got a gold mine when they have it. And those things like that drive me nuts. But it is what it is. It's the collecting game. You got to play the long game sometime. And I'm playing the real long game on that Treacherous Trio pack. But enough about the Treacherous Trio 3-pack. Let's talk about Series 37 Cherry. Single release. A very okay figure. I think we'll see how it is once we get her open. But Cherry is kind of a forgotten character in the past. We're promoting 37, which has Colin Delaney, the James Ellsworth of Jakks Pacific. Skinny jobber. A lot of people in their fig feds and pig feds, I see them using him as a jobber and stuff. Of course, Cherry's in it. Santino Marella, Festus, MVP, Katy Lee Burchill, and Paul Burchill, all in Series 37. Then they're playing Adrenaline Series 33, the great Larry Bird, Jose Canseco, Patrick Ewing, Scottie Pippen. So many greats to wear number 33. So Adrenaline 33 has Chavo Guerrero, Kane, Vicky Guerrero and Edge, Paul Burchell, and Katy Lee Burchell in the set. So very interesting. Adrenaline 33 and Ruthless 37 both have Katy Lee Burchell and Paul Burchell in the sets. So there it is right there. You can see them. What was that? Fire alarm's going off. You know, this is more important than a fire alarm. This is a review. This is very serious. And this is Cherry we're trying to get through. So once I get through Cherry, I'm going to go outside to safety. I'll talk to the firemen. I'll tell them, hey, I got this collection here. Don't let it burn down. Anyways, sorry about that, but my wife is obviously burning something. But here we go. Let's open up the old Cherry here. Did I show the back? There's the back. Let's see what we got. See you later. She comes with a microphone. Same microphone, no WWE logo on it. Get her out. Oof. Ooh, boy. Sticky City. This is one of the worst ones I've had in a long time. I'm going to try not to touch that skirt, as that thing is just, you can see it. It's like beads of sweat coming off of it. Absolutely gross. I'm going to have to clean up after this one. Hopefully the fire crew's here and they can maybe hose her down. I don't know. No roller skates on her, as you can see. But very cool. The head, the bonnet, or whatever you call it, the hair tie thing, that is plastic. That is not soft goods. So that is some attention to detail, that's for sure. But that's Cherry. She's got 2 cards on the front. It doesn't say anything. It looks like, oh, Deuce and Domino. There you go, right on the front there. So a good figure. I'd love to have the one with roller skates. That is for sure. That's on the long game. We're looking for that. But there it is. There's Cherry. Let me go attend to the firemen and see what's burning upstairs. And let's go to the next one. All right, next up, Ruthless Aggression Series 37, Katy Lee Burchell. Don't need to show you the back. We just went through it with Cherry. It's in the same set here. Katy Lee Burchell, also known as Winter for her time in Impact, from the UK. Kind of a forgotten character as well, a little bit. I don't know if she got her just due. I always enjoyed her work. I thought, you know, there was bigger things ahead for her in the WWE, but for some reason it was not meant to be. But an alright figure. Let's open it up. Let's see what we got. See what we're working with here. And we'll go from there. See what we got here. See you later. See you later. And she comes with a microphone as well. So that's two chairs and 2 microphones so far, if you're keeping count at home. No stickiness to the hair. Long hair again, just like Mickie James. Almost a Mickie James repaint. There was a Mickie James a few series before this with kind of bell bottoms. This one's very, very similar, I feel. There you go on the side, I do like the long hair. I don't remember a lot of long hairs, but very cool there, I think. Her face scan, just a little bit off. There's something wonky about the eyes, I would say. Not exactly sure what it is. It looks like her right eye is smaller than her left eye. I don't know if that'll come on the camera too well. But a Katy Lee Burchell to go with a couple of the different Paul Burchells. I know there's an Adrenaline 2-pack with Katy Lee Burchell as well. We'll see what differences are in that one compared to this one. But that's about it. That's Katy Lee Burchell. So we got one more. We got Tory Wilson. That's all we got left on Ladies Night here on the Kyle Peterson YouTube channel. Let's open up Tory. All right, let's close it off. Bring us home, Tory Wilson. Ruthless Aggression Series 28, Tory Wilson. A decent figure on the outside. I always like the, they're not fur, but they're, I don't know what you call it, polyester boot thingers. I don't even know what they're called. There's a figure in the earlier Ruthless Aggression lineup where she's got the white fuzzy boots. Those are always really cool, I always thought. They used those before with Melina as well. But this is a Ruthless Aggression Series 28. Mr. McMahon, one of the best Jakks figures, I think. The Miz, Tory Wilson, of course, Rey Mysterio, Victoria, Kenny Dykstra, and Super Crazy. They're also promoting ECW Series 2. Kelly, Ariel, which is another sleeper figure I still got to pick up. I had it back in the day. I need to get a new one. Bobby Lashley, Balls Mahoney, Mike Knox, Elijah Burke, and the Joey Styles. So there's the whole Rogues Gallery on the back. I love reminiscing and seeing some of these pictures. They're also good handy-dandy checklists most of the time when you're trying to figure out who you're looking for. Very interesting. Tory Wilson comes with a locker. From what I've heard, she always took her locker with her. It was a bit cumbersome on the plane, but I think she had Billy Kidman lug it around for her, is what I was told. But, you know, sometimes you want to touch a home, and that was her home locker, and she wanted to bring it on the road with her. You know, made her feel at home on the road. I think she kept her dog in there. I'm not totally positive, but I'd have to double check that, and I just don't have time right now. Maybe one of you guys can leave it in the comments and let me know if that was true or not. Let's open it up. Let's see what we got. See you later. Tory Wilson with her trusty green locker. Let's see if we got anything inside. What's inside the locker? It's like a treasure hunt. Oh, look at that. Nothing. You can store all kinds of great stuff in there. Yeah, I just don't understand why does the locker have to be bent and beat up like they're working in some, you know, high school gym or something like that. You know, a lot of Jakks, some of the accessories look like, you know, garbage. Like, I remember in the BCA days, I want to say it was, they released like a couch, but the couch looked like it had been sitting outside behind an alley for 10 years. I never understood the reasoning for that, but it is what it is, I guess. See you later. A little stickiness to the hair, but not a terrible Tory likeness. I always thought this was okay. Kind of a pout to her face a little bit. She's got the boot covers on that are cloth good accessories. You know, the women figures are all pretty much the same body, same arms, same legs. Do they have heels or don't they have heels, and they got a different head? That's really the only difference. Is very cheap to make for Jakks to be able to reuse a lot of pieces and parts. But there it is. That is the Tory. Will she stand up? This is one of the ones that's tough. No, she's not going to stand up for us. But if we're keeping track of accessories, we got 2 silver chairs, we got 2 microphones, and we got a locker. What more could you want for accessories? I'm surprised Jakks not giving them hairspray or something like that. That would seem like something Jakks would do, but not to be in the cards. But I like this Tory figure. I don't know if I like it as much as the one with the white boots, but it's pretty close. A good figure for most intents and purposes. A pretty solid lineup of female figures. Some better than others, but that's just the way it goes. But this has been Ladies Night on the Kyle Peterson channel. We'll see if we get to do one of these again. I hope all the ladies and all the guys and everybody enjoyed this female figure retrospective or whatever you want to call it. Hopefully you'll like the video, comment the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, Tory Wilson and myself, we'll see you guys real soon.